Morning. It's another beautiful one, chilly, but it's going to be warm today in the mid-60s. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the mid-70s. It's going to be fantastic. Yesterday it snowed. Unbelievable. But anyway, we're off to go shell some more corn. We're working on that field that's a little ways away from here. Got maybe 35 acres over there to do this morning. And then hopefully the beans. Let's go. A little frosty on the ground. I think he's already got the combine running. He texted me while I was on my way here. I just saw it pop up on my watch that the combine could use 2-quart engine oil, which we know that is a known issue, that we are burning a little oil. So I'm trying to remember the last time we put some in. I believe it was before we went up to the irrigated field. So it's been a solid week, but we didn't run real hard a couple of those days. But yeah, it's definitely using a little oil. Okay, so we are just about done with this field. I think he's just got a partial header pass. There's a lane that cuts, there's 2 fields here. There's a lane between them, so the other stuff is in a different field. But there are some rows in the back. We gotta go back there and get, let's look at our map here. Yeah. So this is a big wet hole that we have to farm around. There's another wet hole there that was too wet to plant. And we got these rows back here to do, and then there's another field up here. Yeah, I don't have that map. Yeah. So we will go follow him back there. Water on our grain cart got really dirty somehow. It's like we've been using it, driving down dirt roads when they're wet. Anyway, he's just about done in this back field. Or north field, I guess. No, south. This is the south field. Anyway, he's just got a little partial pass back there to finish up. And then we can jump across the lane and do this last 27 acres in there, I think. And the sun is shining. It's a beautiful bean harvest day. So we're going to go harvest some beans when we're done here. So we are opening this up, kind of starting on the backside here and work up towards the road and the house. Do you see the smoke?
Better go up and look.
I just saw that. I'm like, I hope that's not in our field. Dad says, I hope not too. Better go look. So we'll go shell the corn around it if we have to, but I think it's probably the landlord burning, or the guy that lives in the house burning some leaves or something. It's over up there by the house, burning some leaves. That's a relief. It's the same view every time I turn the camera on. That's what we're doing. My grain cart camera has shifted again, so now I can see the combine, but I can't see the grain cart as well. We're gonna have to get out and fix that at some point, but not right now. We're moving through this field. Let's see, how much do we have done and how much do we have to go? I can find that information. Shared totals: 15.37 done, 11.33 to go. There you go. So we got the long rows done. Now we got to work in front of the woods. There's some shorter rows. Yeah, we're getting there. I tell you what, when you get all comfy with this machine sync and you think everything's going well, you engage it, but Dad's still driving, hand steering, and he does one of these maneuvers, and it just about throws you out of the seat, and you're like, oh crap. Yeah. The tractor is very, very responsive to any steering input that the combine operator gives it. So when the combine is not using the auto steer, hang on. Be ready to take over real fast. We didn't spill any corn. We didn't spill any. Dad just came on the radio and said his yield loss monitor is starting to jump up a little bit. So I said, all right, well, let me get out and look. So let's verify and see what we're seeing so we can make some adjustments if necessary. Yeah, we got some kernels, that's for sure. It's not that bad. It's not great, but it's not. See, that cluster there I feel like is header loss because it's right underneath the row. But yeah, definitely too much. So how do we fix it? There's small little kernels. That's probably our problem. To turn our fan speed down. Let's try that one to start. Let's see what his rotor and sieve settings are. Actually, I can do this all right from my phone. Just send him the settings that I want. It's easier that way. Well, this could get interesting. Dad just says I want to stop the combine and look around because I smell something warm, like a belt or something rubber. So, yeah, let's go see. Looking around, everything here looks okay. There's a feeder house belt here. Looks okay. If I had my thermal imaging camera, we could go around and look for high temperatures on something, but don't have it here. There's no belts on the corn head. Chain here, but probably could use some tightening. Should do that. Well, we didn't find anything. He decided to keep going, so we'll keep a close eye on stuff. But everything seems to be normal and okay. I also looked at the ground a little bit more behind the combine after we made some adjustments. I tightened the rotor down and backed off on the fan speed just a little bit, and I think I sped the rotor up some, trying to keep our losses levels down a little bit. I think these kernels are a little bit lighter, and this isn't as good a corn here, so the ear diameter may be a little bit smaller. So that's why we made the adjustments that we did, and it seems to have helped. It looks a little bit better, so that's good. Waiting on him to finish the last little bit up. Again, that is bonus row. He didn't count wrong. They just didn't fit in the corn head, so we'll finish this up here. It is 12:30. Yeah, it's 12:30. So we've got to get the trucks back and emptied. We've got to bring the header trailer over for the corn head, and then get moved to the next field, which is a mile that way, mile and a half, the bean field there. So it's going to take us a little while to get moving. Hopefully by 2 o'clock we'll be rolling hard in the beans. We'll see. All right, well, we did have to put some on this truck, which is a good thing, but it means we got to go get it empty. So that one is full, and it's time to go combine beans. This is the third combine I have seen go down this road with a bean head. Everybody is running beans today, so we've got to get to it too. Moving out, somebody decided to bury some conduit for fiber optic cables, and they put them right in the middle of the driveway. That was a terrible spot for them. They have now been smashed several times. Whoops. Anyway, to the next field. Oh, let's go! We got our bean head over here and hooked up. Dad and Phil are going to get the grain cart, which is over at the field over there, and we're gonna knock this field out. There's 72 acres here. It should not take too long. Hopefully they're dry. It says 14 and a half. We'll take that. That'll do. But there does appear to be some green patches out here. This is the field, the only field, where we did some replant this spring. Really late. Actually, it was like the 20th of June, so it was really late. Although most of those replant beans I don't think made it, because they were in pockets down there that don't have any beans in them still, so I'll show you. This field looked terrible all summer. I expect these to be our worst beans. I don't expect them to be horrible, terrible. Should be in the 50s, maybe 60s, low 60s, but I expect them to be basically our worst beans, and they looked like it this summer anyway. Parts of it are going to be really good, but parts of it are going to be bad, so we'll see what we get. Well, we've got this opened up, and we're starting to get out in the middle of it here a little bit. You can see there's a bunch of spots like this. This is why I think these beans aren't going to be that good, because we gotta factor all these zeros in, right? Look over there, you can see a big drowned out spot. Look over there, there's another one. This one's got holes kind of scattered all over it that are just not good beans, and there's nothing there. Some of it was planted around, like that one. Some of them were planted through and they drowned it out. Other ones were planted and then they're thin there, like that one that we just combined through. So gonna be gonna be variable. They're actually doing better than I thought they would be at this point. 59. If we hold in that range, that's great. But we'll see by the time we get done here. We have a few spots out here that are like this. This is one of those replant patches, and if you look at my background map, the dark purple there is that replant areas. I guess these ones kind of made it, but they're still a little green, and they didn't help that much. I don't know. I hate replanting beans because it just it does that. It makes them wet, hard to combine, pointless. Doesn't really help much. Patching in beans, it's not fun. But anyway, we got a grain cart load. Phil's here with the second truck. He's going to load one up and haul it in, and I was able to get the combine empty. Hopefully he can get the grain cart empty on a truck, and everything will match up and we can kind of compare some weights. Okay, we are moving right across this field here. We've got 54 acres done, almost 55 out of the 72, so a little over 15 to go, probably just at 15 to go. They're not great beans. They're not great. 55, 56, that's about what I expected. So we do have a full grain cart though. The truck over there is empty, so we can get it unloaded. We'll move it, the cart over here. Phil should be back any time with the second truck. Actually, yeah, we are going to need another truck. Yep. So, yeah, I'm going to get a hold of Dad here pretty quick because I'm going to need help moving. There's the next truck right there. Last little strip here. Dad is here up there with the pickup. Take the head back, so we'll get that dropped and get the combine moved home, start fueling. And we've got an empty truck. We have a full grain cart. And we have beans on the combine, which means they're probably not going to fit on a truck. Which is a good thing, but is going to take another trip over here with a semi to get them home, probably. We'll see what we got left. If there's less than 5,000 pounds in the cart, I might just run the cart home with them slow, but you can't run that cart with any weight in it on tracks on the road. It's not a good idea. So it's all right. It's just going to slow us down on the move a little bit if we have to run another semi back over here to get them out of there before we bring the cart home. So we'll deal with it. 6:30. It is going to be dark before we get going much because it gets dark just after 7 nowadays. But we're going to try and knock out another 30 acres tonight. I hope that's the goal. All right, we emptied the cart, or got the head unhooked. Dad took that home. I got out of the combine. I didn't have my sweatshirt on. This is the first time he's seen my new shirt. I should have filmed his reaction. Sorry. My dad's not the biggest fan of our past president, let's just say. So I was curious how he would react to this. But it was funny. Juicing. Back over to the field, get our grain cart. Phil did get it empty for us, so it's 8.5 or 7 miles from here. It's a long trip home. Well, we are gonna do another field here tonight, or at least get started on one. In fact, we've already started this one. We were in this field 5 or 6 days ago. The beans were too wet. Dad came over and checked them and thinks they'll go. We're gonna try it. This is the biggest field, most of what we got left, so we gotta do them. This farm here is about 90 acres left here to do. I think we did 6 or 7 the other day. And it's this one, and then we got 30 acres down the road. It would be a pain to move to tonight. So we're going to try and do this one tonight, or at least part of it, work on it, and then we can finish them up tomorrow. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got. So this is the field. Some of you may remember the field that we had the herbicide mix-up in. Those beans are right over there. We may get into those, we may not. I don't know. We got to see what the moisture is going to be on these. I sure hope they're drier than they were. I hope they're drier than the monitor currently says. Probably going to be some dry ones and some wet ones, but... Oh, she jumped up to 18 real quick. There, that's better. Keep going down. Keep dropping. Come on. 16-1, 16. Whew. There's a pretty good chance we're going to grind them out no matter what, even if they are a touch on the wet side, because we're going to get done here. Like I said, this is 65 of the 95 acres that we have left is, or I'm sorry, 90 of the 120 acres that we have left is this beans. So we either do them or we wait, and I'm tired of waiting, so that's better. Now they're down to in the 13s. Hopefully there's enough of them that are drier, they'll blend off any that are too wet. Right there is the variety split. Tapers off on an angle there. These are the non-enlist beans. They got sprayed with a little bit of enlist, and you can see how just they're thin. Oh, there's the planter pass. Okay, so yeah, shows up plain as day there, doesn't it? So he was planting this way, ran out of seed, and then put the different variety in right here, and well, they got a little dinged. So we'll run them off. We'll see what the moisture is, but I know the yield is going to be terrible. I can already tell from the pass that I made through there before. Like, they're just terrible. It is what it is. Fortunately, there's not very many acres there, and the rest of the field is going to be halfway decent. So, super spectacular. 13 bushel to the acre, 16, 17, 18. Oh, look at that, going up 1 bushel an acre at a time. Ouch. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. So let's see, if we did 13 acres and they go, let's say they average 15, okay? We'll say 15. And the rest of the field's gonna average 70. So 70 minus 15 would be, we only gave up 55 bushel the acre on 13 acres. That was an expensive little herbicide mistake. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Oh, mid 30s. Oh, hit 40? No. They were better there for a second. They're streaky. You get streaks where there's good beans, and then the yield spikes up a little bit. Well, they're not as bad as we initially thought. So I'm working across, I'm almost done here, but this entire tank load since I unloaded the combine, yeah, I had to unload once already, is from in these damaged beans, and we're averaging 28. And there's a good spot here, so that's even better. So so they cost us 40 to 45 bushel the acre probably in that mix up, which still, that hurts, yes, but it's not as bad as maybe initially seemed. Anyway, Phil brought a truck over. Dad picked him up and took him back, so we have a grain cart and an empty truck here. We're gonna attempt to fill both of those tonight, and then that'll be it. It's 8:30. Hopefully we can work long enough to do it and get into good enough beans to actually have some beans. Oh. I am starving. I wish I had time to grab some food, but I've had about 3 of those little packets of M&Ms and my 2 Pop-Tarts for breakfast this morning. That's all I've had. I haven't had no food, no lunch, no dinner, so when I get home tonight, we're going to have something. I'm going to have to cook something. But yeah, I will survive. We've got those done. Our field average is down to 41.8. But we have done the ends and a couple rounds in the good beans, so we'll see how much it climbs. We've got 21.76 acres done. I think there was roughly 13, 15 of the red stuff up there. There's 65 in this field total, and then there's another 35 across the lane over there, so let's see how the rest of these go. Ah, yes, back in the decent beans, 60s and 70s. That's much, much better and back to normal of what we expected. These were late planted. I believe it was June 1st that they were planted, so I expected them to be on the lower end of our spectrum of yields, I guess, which would be like 65 to 70 range. And it looks like they're going to be right there, other than, you know, the ones that got herbicide damaged. So that is good. Tonight is one of those nights that would be a perfect time to do a live stream if only I had any cell phone service whatsoever. I do not. It's unfortunate that red blinking tower over there is not, or not yet, a Verizon tower. That would be convenient. Does anybody know a good way to tell what carriers use what towers? Because whatever cell phone company is on that tower, I would switch to, but I don't know. I have an uncle that has T-Mobile. His service is not any better than mine. So it's not that. The tower's new. They just put it up this spring, just had equipment on it for 2 or 3 months. I'm not even 100% sure it's operational yet, but you would think by now it would be. They should put signs on these, on the gates and the fences, like, this is a Verizon tower, or AT&T, or whatever. I don't even care. Just tell me what it is so I can use that phone. Cart's full. Yeah. Let's go fill a truck and then fill her back up and call it a night. Drastic difference there. We expected that, so. I don't have the cart full. We'll see how much is in here. I might have to make one more round. But there are some beans in the overhead bin at the farm there. And so my goal here is to have enough in the cart and what's in the overhead to have a full truckload to haul in the morning. And now that I can see the pile there, I think we've got enough in the cart to do that. So I am going to shut her down. It's 9:45. I'm tired. I'm hungry. And we got almost 38 acres done in this field. So here's what we got left, right? I'm going to show you right here on the map. We've got to finish this field, and we've got to do this field. We've got about 20 to 25 acres here. There's 35 over here. After that, we come all the way down here, and we do these 3 fields right there. That is 30 acres total. This one's like 1.25 acres. This one's like 1.5 acres, and then there's 28. So like 31 maybe. Anyway, that's it for the beans. So we're gonna finish those tomorrow. So that's like 90 acres to go, which is quite doable in a day. Should be a relatively easy day. And then I have already made the decision. We'll see what Dad and Phil think of this, but I'm sure they'll be fine with it. That when we're done with beans tomorrow, we're done. We're taking the rest of the day off, and we'll get into corn on Sunday. Tomorrow's Saturday, so feels good to be almost done with the beans. Harvest is flying. We're flying through it. Like we're doing really, really well because we're almost half done with corn too, right? So when we finish the beans, all of a sudden now we're almost done. We just got to finish the corn. We're almost half done with the corn. So we're flying through stuff. We're not going to be done by the 1st of November. That was kind of my goal. I was hoping to do. It's not going to happen. But a lot of that is because of how many bushels we've had and just the amount of grain to haul and store and stuff. And we are going to have to, if it does not rain. I've been waiting for a rainy day. If it doesn't rain, we are literally going to have to shut the combine down for a day or 2 or 3 and just haul corn and haul corn and haul corn because we aren't going to have room for it all. So we've got to get our bins drawn down some to have some room to put this crop. And that is a great, great problem to have. But anyway, yeah, so we're flying through it. I'm really excited to be done with beans tomorrow. It feels like it's drug on forever, but it is moving fast. The last day that I was not in a combine was September 27th. We have worked every single day since then. The last day that I did not make a video was September 25th. Like the 26th of September was the last day I didn't publish something. So we're going on a month straight. Today's the 21st. Every single day. Like there has not been a break. And we're all tired and we need a break. But we're going to keep moving while we can because if it turns wet, things get miserable. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. If you have any questions and comments, please leave them down below. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. Would really, really appreciate that. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Another day. You tired of these yet? Are you tired of them yet? I mean, it's been every day for almost a month.